What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this review of Dark Knight's Metal number 2. So we've got this awesome cover here on the issue, which has Batman riding on a jet ski, which I thought they'd probably do a cover of Batman riding the old Velociraptor thing that he had last issue when he escaped from his Justice League. However, if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. So I'm going to break into a review of this, and we'll go through some spoilers later in the video. Not the issue, this is the video. But this is a fantastic issue. It is a great event. It is so hilariously over the top. I absolutely love it, and I can easily tell that Mr. Snyder is having the world of fun with this toy box that he's been given. He's seemingly been given the entire DC universe right back to the creation of the multiverse. And this is such a great comic. I absolutely really did enjoy reading it. The start sees Batman racing off against the Justice League, and it had some of the best lines from Damian Wayne. We had Swamp Thing as well. We had the whole Bat family defending Batman because they're family. And it was just a great first half, and then we descend into the real meat and potatoes of Dark Knight's Metal, which is going to be the dark army of this dark universe. Batmen or Batwomen are coming into our universe and ready to absolutely muck effing hell up. They just want to destroy everything, which is super badass. And we learn that all the seeds that Scott Snyder has placed throughout with all the different metals that have been used and everything like that. Now, that is what is going on, and they've been expertly laid throughout years of his run on Batman, and now the prequel, The Forge, and the casting. It just really is a fun issue that is, not only is this full of Easter eggs, it's full of DC lore, it's full of, if you are a huge DC fan, if you have been a DC fan for absolute yonks, for years, decades, then you are going to find so much in this. You're going to pick up so many Easter eggs and references. And what is great about this is the fact that, well, it is a great jumping on point for brand new readers, albeit we have things like the baby Darkseid that was in the Darkseid War. We had as well references to Abin Sur and Krona, of all people, in Carter Hall's diary. That this is just next level great, and at the surface you can read it easily without reading anything else. And my first jumping on point for comics, funnily enough, was actually Infinite Crisis. And I remember back, I found myself quite lost at the start of Infinite Crisis, and I also started reading Marvel around the time of Civil War, and I have to say Civil War was more of a more accessible jumping on point. And it's funny how they have turned, and now DC is, funny enough, a hell of a lot more accessible, which is a testament to this comic. It's great for long-time readers and those who haven't read it, who just brand new to this, picking it up on like Comixology or something, or have seen how metal AF this actually is. Now we open up with a fantastic set piece of Batman escaping from the Justice League, and it just shows how he is so superior to everyone in the Justice League. And I know there'll be a few of you who aren't Batman fans who are like, what? Superman's strong, Flash is fast, why can't they stop him? But this just goes to show that he is always 10 steps ahead, bro. He is just the next level OG badass of the DC universe, and it's so cool seeing Damian Wayne in here, who I love. I really do love Damian Wayne. I think he's a great character. And the writing here is just stunning. It makes me kind of upset that we don't get to see in the main Batman storyline anymore. We don't get to see Scott Snyder write for him anymore. Albeit, All-Star Superman is really good. So we get the best of both worlds here. Now we're going to go into a bit of spoilers here. Spoiler territory as we head into the final half of this book. And this just goes deep. It goes deeply insane. So we've got Hawkgirl here. She's clipped her wings. She's no longer really Hawkgirl, but she's leader of the Black Hawks for now. And she's gone towards what seems like the Legion of Doom. So you've got the Legion of Doom actual headquarters, but it seems to be the Legion of Immortals. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We've got Vandal Savage, we've got Ra's al Ghul, we've got quite a few other people, Morgaine as well, there in this headquarters. So I'm not too sure what's happening there, but they have seen and prophesized what is happening, and they don't even know how to stop it. But Ra's al Ghul actually comes to the defense of Batman and says that, you know what, he is trying to stop this. He will try and stop this, as if he knows him as well as he does, which I would assume that Ra's al Ghul so far does know him, possibly more than a great lot of other characters in the DC universe. But Batman is on a reckless mission, and it seems like he has actually been played. So interestingly, we've got the Carter Hall diary narrate this whole thing, and it's warning that Abin Sur, it seems like a story that Abin Sur talked about Krona, who was the reason that the Guardians of the Universe, the Omens, exist. And again, deep cuts here that you don't really need to actually have any knowledge about. It's just the fact that the way it's written makes it out some cautionary tale. But if you know it, then it goes a bit deeper. Like, I see what you've done there. So that cautionary tale is really what this diary is. And it is seemingly warning Batman against doing what he's done. But the mantling has happened. So the mantling here is the fact that the Court of Owls, I'm not too sure on the timings here of this. It seems weird that the Court of Owls have been behind Batman this whole time, throughout his whole time of being Batman. But I like the Court of Owls here being involved and using him as a conduit, and the Court of Owls kind of splintered off from the Bats. And you've got the Bats and the Hawks as well. So at that part, I'm a bit iffy on the whole kind of tribes and this thing, because Batman is his own person. Has there been there was Batman in the past as well, because this goes deep into the lore when Batman was actually spread across time. So he has technically existed all this time. So it gets a bit muddy there, to be honest, with everything that's going on with the Court of Owls. But Batman has always existed. So there is that, and they got played themselves, man. The Court of Owls, you played yourself, and you got absolutely done over by the Heralds, the Dark Knights from the multiverse. I mean, you've got the Wonder Woman one, you've got the Joker Batman, you've got the Green Lantern Batman, Darkseid Batman, and they also have weird kind of Robins who are Jokers who kind of disembowel the Court of Owls. So that's kind of really dark there. And what I'm kind of confused about as well is what is happening with Batman and Wonder Woman. So we have the Batman from the Dark Universe, and he says no more. He points to Batman and Wonder Woman. Have they been destroyed? Have they been killed? Or have they been taken? I'm not too sure what's happening, but they look like they have been completely destroyed. So I'm not too sure how that has happened or what will happen moving forward for that. But we now have the invasion, and the question is, where has Batman gone? Have they swapped places? Is this what happens? Do you have to kind of use him as the conduit, as the doorway? He was tricked into using that doorway we saw in the Forge, and really it's kind of pretty cool that Batman is such the centre of this, and they're really doubling down on Batman. And part of me is thinking that this whole issue has actually been used, this whole thing is going to be leading towards a huge change. Will the Doomsday Clock reset the whole universe? And this is why they are going big and doubling down on this mental thing that is going on. But I love the fact that Darkseid was featured in this as a baby as well. So I'm not too sure how that will play into things, but nice little thing there that we saw in the Darkseid War. He's back now as a baby. And the fact that he's like, everyone's like, what's going on? And he just has the Omega symbol coming out of his mouth. It's just, so I'm not too sure how much Barbatos is involved. Were they tricked by thinking that this would be Barbatos who they are actually taking? Or is it now, is the great God Bat, all of these things? Have they all been played themselves? And how much did the Dark Knight, the dark versions, play into this? So it's quite kind of cool. I think it's a great issue. Fantastic. I can't wait to see where this will actually go next. The next review I will be doing on the DC Fans channel, so you can check that out. I'll probably do a video on this to mention that I'll be over on the other channel to let you all know. But I'm very excited to see where this goes. And this was a great issue, laden with Easter eggs. And we've got Sandman as well, who is going to be involved later on. And I'm not too sure how Batman will call upon him, but I expect that Sandman will be the one to bring him out of where he actually is or where he's gone. So that's it for this video. Please drop a like. Please subscribe. See you soon. Goodbye.